Good morning to those who listen. It is November 3rd, 2025, 2:01 a.m. The news doesn't stop for anyone. All right, so this is Richie from Boston. This is RFB2 channel. And, well, we already got, China, and there's social credit score that they're using already. And if you don't have a good enough score for whatever reason, say you say something against the government that lowers your score, whatever, you do something wrong and your score goes lower. If your score is low enough, you're just blacklisted, and you are blacklisted out of society, and then you're homeless, and even if you had money, you can't use it. So we got the digital ID in the UK that is starting voluntarily, starting out. They're slow rolling it out, I guess. And they said that eventually, by the end of Parliament, that you must have mandatory digital ID in order to work a job. That sounds like the mark of the beast. That sounds like no one can buy or sell, right? 2029, and then we got 2030, the Agenda 2030. Ain't that peculiar timing? Now have a listen to this.
Again, so check this
out. The U.S. is a tough one because, we have the notion of the First Amendment. And so what are the exceptions, like yelling fire in a theater, and because you're anonymous online, it can be worse. I do think over time, with things like deep fakes, most of the time you're online, you're going to want to be in an environment where the people are truly identified. That is, they're connected to a real world identity that you trust, instead of just people saying whatever they want. And so the idea of provenance, who sent me this email, was that really them? We're going to have systems and behaviors that we're more aware of. Okay, who says that? Who created this?
Or in other words, we need a full-blown Orwellian surveillance control grid for your protection. Now listen to what the European Central Bank President Christine Lagarde recently said, claiming she has good news about the coming digital euro, which is the EU's incoming central bank digital currency.
Hello. I have good news for you on the digital euro front. Today, the Governing Council has decided to move ahead on the next and final phase of the preparatory work for the digital euro.
Digital euro.
The other good news is that on October 23rd, the European Council has asked us and all those involved to accelerate the process so that we can roll out the digital euro as early as possible. This is important because as much as banknotes will continue to circulate, we want cash to be in the form of digital euro as well, so that you can circulate banknotes and click cash with the digital euro. More work is going to be done in the next few months, and if we receive the approval by the European Parliament in the course of 26, we'll be able to pilot the digital euro as of 27. And if the pilot is conclusive and positive, it will be a formal rollout in the...
And when? 2029. Just in time for the Agenda 2030. Agenda 2030. Just in time. Gotta have all that stuff. We're gonna be eating bugs, and we're gonna own nothing and be happy. So wait, there's more.
Out in the whole of Europe in 2029. This is a big project because the euro is our currency, your currency. It brings us together. It's a symbol of trust in our common destiny.
It brings us together.
Off we go with the digital
euro
in that next and final phase of the preparation.
So wow.
So you just heard Christine Lagarde